Okay guys, this is the day after, or day 2 of this video. The tank has been cleansed, both with the acid. Kejnen, debilo jeden! Let's redo that shot, shall we? Nie wolno, nie wolno. Yes, the tank has been cleaned. K9, shh, nie wolno. Sorry, my dog is, well, he's a dog. So the tank has been cleaned, and both with a pressure washer, acid first, then pressure washer to get all the acid out. Now there is some water residing in it, just a little bit, so we're gonna let it dry in the sun for a couple of hours. But I believe it's good. You can't really see any really like large rust particles anymore, which is very good. The acid worked great. It did indeed eat up a lot of rust, and now we shall be moving on to work on the carb, because it's also not functioning properly. But before we do that, I am pretty sure that you would like to hear this tiger prowl a little bit. So let me just bypass the carb and spray directly into the intake manifolds, and let's hear it go, shall we? My battery is going to die soon, so I have to charge it up. But before I do that, let's give a little sprit with the gasoline and listen to how it sounds. That ain't bad, isn't it? The connection is a bit better with the battery. It's not an original battery. And it's, while it's shaking and it's, you know, doing stuff. So, what do you guys think? I think it's quite nice. It's got a good sound. So let me just charge up the battery and I'll be back with you guys in a second. Gone ahead and taken off the carb. Here it is with all its glory. This is the choke lever. Some O-rings from the choke lever. Now let's get a look inside to see what the hell is wrong with this car, because it's not getting gasoline in. And you probably will ask me, how do you know it's not getting gasoline? Well, there are two things that show me that it's not getting gasoline in, or fuel. First thing is that, well, the bike is not running. That's the obvious part. And when you've isolated all the other stuff that are 100% functioning fine, then it means that it's either the fuel tank or the carb. And we saw that the fuel tank was bad, so we fixed it. But the carb is still not working properly because I tried pouring gasoline into the fuel hose that goes into the carb, and nothing happened. So my theory is that now that I open this bowl, there will not be much gasoline in there. As you can see, 2 drops of gasoline from a whole bowl. This should be full. So that means that there is something wrong. Might be with the float, might be with the jets. We will investigate, shall we? Yes, you can see that, right? Yes, you can. Good stuff. So, first thing first, let's get rid of that float. Now this goes out like that. There's a pin, and you can carefully take out the float. And the float pin, or the float. No, it's not a pin, but it's a thingy, float thingy, which controls the the amount of gas getting into the bowl. And now what you can see is that the bowl itself is very clean, and that is a good thing. That means that this carb has been broken long enough that the bad rusty gas that was in the tank could not get into the carb and fuck it up. Good stuff. At least we should be safe with that. Now let's go ahead and take a look at other things on this carb, which are this thing here. This is the choke. I think both of these are choke assembly. I know that this is the choke assembly, so this is probably the other side of the choke assembly. This is the thingy, the vacuum thingy that controls the choke. It has a spring and it has like a seal thingy that sucks in air and up to in order to make the choke, which is here, go up and down. So this is like a special choke thingy. I don't really like it because it's really hard to repair. We had issues with this on the Honda Shadow. We fortunately managed to repair it, but it was not easy. And I really don't want to buy a new carb, because a new carb, as in new, brand new carb, yes, indeed, costs £450, which is a lot of money, which I don't currently have, or I do, but I don't want to use it. Now, this is the spring that controls the choke, so it gives it the choke, you know, like feedback when it's supposed to go up and down, up and down. With this we have to be careful not to break it. So there's a little pin inside. There we go. See that? That is the choke itself. And as you can see, it looks fine. Doesn't have any outside normal use things. And the pin itself looks fine. So let's put it there. Now, as you can see, we have no choke, so that's the gas lever on the motorcycle. When you pull that, vroom vroom, this goes vroom 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 vroom. Okay, here are the jets, but we are firstly going to take a look at the choke assembly, because there might be something clogged in there, and I can see that the screws are kind of shitey. They have some white substance on it, and white substance is bad, usually. Well, there we go. Let's get it out. Okay, that's not too bad. The seal, the gasket, looks fine, and the choke assembly itself also looks it looks clean. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but this is a 15-year-old bike, and looks just okay to me. Now, this thing is also okay. I'm just checking the holes on the choke, if any of them are clogged. Now, this looks fine, which is a good thing. Very good thing, actually. Let me just separate the screws so I don't forget where things are supposed to go. This is the bowl assembly, this is the float, this is choke, this is choke assembly. Yes? Oh, no. This is... Ah, crap, no, I forgot. I think these belong here. Indeed. Yep, we're good. Yeah, still good. You know, the pop part, one of the reasons I'm making, you know, videos is because if I forget something, I can, well, I can actually just watch it, how I did it, and you know, fix that. Okay, this looks fine. Let's take a look at the jets. Now, first thing first, let me just check if they're screwed all the way in, and yes they are. So let's just gently take them out. Unfortunately, I don't have a compressor on this site. But that shouldn't stop us from working. Okay, this little thingy is good, it's clean, so no problem with this. Now, this goes directly into the carb. Now, I shouldn't be... Now this also screwed all the way in, which is good, though somebody messed it up, because I can see that the thread on this jet is broken. Not broken, but partially broken, and that's not good. It means that somebody might have cracked something in it. I don't like when people crack stuff in it. Okay, as you can see, this... Come on, focus. Well, okay. The camera doesn't want to focus. This is one of the jets. It's just the smaller one. And let me just look at that. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. But it does look like it's a bit clogged, because the opening on this side is tiny, while the opening on this side is quite large. Let's take a needle and poke it with a needle to check if it's actually plugged. I couldn't find the needle, guys. Well, that's fine, because I found very small drill bits. Even better. But the only thing is, I don't know how small of a drill bit I have to use. But fortunately, I do have like really tiny drill bits. I found a poking device. Very nice. Now, let's, well, poke through it. Maybe the hole is supposed to be that small, but I will be a bit surprised if it's supposed to be that small. Because I know an engine doesn't use much fuel, but... I mean, okay, this also supplies the fuel. And I know that one of these is supposed to vaporize the fuel a bit, so it gets, well, vapor-ish. Burns better. Oh, wait a minute. K9! Nie szczekamy. Co ty robisz? Nie szczeka się sąsiadów. Ah, sorry, that was my dog. Okay, well, I think that this is the jet that vaporizes, so let me just put a bet on that this is fine, because the hole seems to be symmetrical, and if it would be clogged it probably would be asymmetrical, so let's get to this one. Now, what I can see with this one is that it doesn't have anything I can screw with, so I'll just not screw with it. As easy as that. Now, what else is that I can take out? This thing. I'm just trying to check if there's anything like... Okay, this is the mixture adjustment, I think. How many turns was it out of? Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's 3.5. Now the mixture adjustment screw, what it does is that it adjusts the air to fuel ratio of the carb mix. So it's if this one is clogged as well, then it might be a problem. And the carb might be only supplying air, which is not that good. Because you need gas as well. There we go. Now, honestly, it doesn't look too bad. Looks pretty clean. Yeah, I'm happy with that one. Now, what else is there for me to screw with in this one? Ah yes, the other part of the choke. I'm just trying to investigate what can be wrong with this car. I am kind of suspecting the float maybe to be stuck or something, or the hoses that were connected to this were improperly connected. Because the thing is, I don't have a service manual for this bike, just because I didn't get it and or the guy didn't have it. So okay, there we go. That's it. Just try not to lose the spring in there. springy. I think there is still a spring on the other side. Let's see how this looks. This looks fine. Good. I like when things look fine. That means less work for me. Ah, yes. And the membrane, which also looks fine. Now, in this case, it does indeed seem like there is nothing wrong with this carb. Let me just try to blow air through some stuff and check if anything is not getting air through. Because okay, so this one, this thing here, this is the gas intake. So there's a hose going from that tank in here, supplying the gas. So if I blow in here, there should be air coming out somewhere, probably into this one or this one. Okay, this one, and it's functioning perfectly. Good stuff. This is one of the jets. I can see that by the fact that, well, it goes down to the manifold. That works fine. Good stuff. Now the only thing that kind of I don't really know what is this one here. Mostly because it does not go into like the well, the intake manifold. So it's probably one of the hoses or hose intake somewhere here. Ah, yes, goes into the choke assembly. Okay, that seems to be working fine. Now, I obviously can't blow into here because I just can't. Give it a little go. This thing, a little scratch. See if there's anything coming out. Because if we have dirt in there, that's not good, as you can see. It's trying to give me some light. Nope, seems fine. In that case, this should be supplying into the carb. This should be working, right? Yes, it should. I'll just screw the jets back in place, and well, I'll be back with you when I screw the jets back in place. Okay guys, the float is in and the jets are in. Now let's test it. Now if I blow in here now, this should be open, and when it lifts up, oh no wait, the other way, because this is upside down. So when it's in here, it should be closed, down here should be open. Closed, open. So the ball works, which is very good, very good. And as you can see, when we blow in here, comes out here. Very good. That means that basically the bowl system works, which is good, because if it works, then there is nothing wrong with this carb. Probably it's the hoses that are set up badly, which is a good thing to hear, because hoses are easy to fix. So let me just put this back on, and I'll be back with you when I do that. Okie dokie, it's time to put the carb back on. So what you are currently seeing is, this is the engine here, this is the intake manifold that goes into the engine, and that manifold you are supposed to put in a way that it sticks onto the engine, right? So I can see there's a notch in the engine which fits perfectly for that notch in the intake manifold, and there you go. No, it's not that easy, but it's quite easy. But first, before I actually show you anything more of that, I have to plug two of these coolant pipes in. I don't know why. I believe it's kind of stupid, but Honda puts coolant into carbs. It's weird, and I don't quite get the point of that, but they do that. Now, if you don't put the coolant pipes back on, you'll get a flood of blue water on your floor or ground and your engine, and that's not good. We had that with the Shadow once. We forgot to put the coolant pipes on, and just got a lot of coolant spillage. What I noticed in this carb, that some numpty, I'm not exactly like sure who, put on a hose. This is definitely not an original hose. It's Norwegian. Some numpty put a hose on the choke air intake, and the other end he plugged into the bowl drain. Now, no wonder this carb didn't work. It's like somebody would put a pipe into the mouth and stick the other end into the ass and expect it to work. That just doesn't work really at all. So what I was thinking is maybe this, this little thing went into this pipe and into that pipe somehow, but it does make sense, because that would be an aftermarket fix or thingy, and it totally doesn't make sense that this pipe is here, because this thing is the breather for the choke. This thing is just an air outlet for when you're draining the bowl. So doesn't make sense to have this on, like, at all, so we will not have it on. Worst case scenario, we put it back on if it's actually doing something, which it, like, shouldn't by the laws of physics, because this is plugged as long as the ball drain is here. Yes, hello doggy. Yes, you're a good dog. And well, this is just supposed to be getting air, perhaps from the air box, but I don't think so. I know that there is this here, but this looks original. This thing goes into the crankcase, and that's it. So, well, I would consider this perhaps even a fixed. Okay, that's in. Yes, it is. It's kind of, no, it's good. And now I should tighten the intake manifolds onto the engine. Nice screwdriver. And of course, it doesn't fit perfectly, but we can always either get a wiggly screwdriver, which I do have, like the one that bends, or just move the hose clamps a little bit off to the side. They still work fine, just easier to work with them. Let's clamp it nice and tight. Not too tight, not that tight that it breaks the rubber, but well, a little bit tight, has to be. And I can already see that this is a bit too short for the other hose clamp, so I'm going to switch to my wiggly set, which is very nice. Let's use the bit number 1, and there we go. Professional tools. You can actually, you know, really, it has this thing on one of the ends, and it's a screwdriver that bends, and you can screw like this. Isn't that cool? I think it is. Let me just check on you with your battery. No? You're good? That's good. Let's start screwing around. And yes, there we go. Numero dos. Works fabulous. Really good set of tools from Store. It's a brand I can recommend. I really like it. Stuff. Okay, that's shit. Okay, I say it's nice and tight. Good clamp down. Let's put the choke up where it's supposed to be. I'm feeling good today. Maybe I'll fix this finally. After hours of hard work. Okay, maybe not. Okay, indeed hours. I've been working yesterday for quite a long time. I'm feeling quite good about it today. And there we go. Choke is up on its rightful place. The thingy, the threads on the choke knob, they broke because there's a kind of a small screw here that's supposed to fasten the choke knob to the handlebars. Yeah, it doesn't work now. The threads were made of plastic, and that was 15-year-old plastic, and when I pulled on it, it just snapped off right away. Excuse me, I have to blow my nose. diddly dokey. There we go. Carb is on. Let's get that gas wire. Yeah, that's it. It's a wire, definitely. So, or throttle wire, or whatever you want to call it. Back on. It's also an important part of the motorcycle, huh? Come on. Get back in your place. I'm gonna give it a gentle help with my nice. Oh, let's use the tongs. Just some assistance is probably needed. Come on, get back into place. There we go. That's back in place. Now, I have to screw that in. That's a number 10, I think. Yeah, that's a number 10. And let me just screw that in. Screwing it out isn't that easy, you know, in such tight spaces. I wish you would have like tiny robot mechanics that could go into the engine and fix it for you with ease. Because this, honestly, it's very tight. It's kind of painful. I'm a big guy and I don't like to work in such tight spaces. You know, I'm almost 6'3". I'm 190 centimeters. So it's kind of tight in here. I'm not talking about the garage. I'm talking about the amount of space available for me to put my hands in on this or in this bike. Okay, that's tight. Nice and tight. And there we go. It's very, very tight. Alright guys, so the carb is on, the air filter is on, the battery is on, and it works fine. What I'm gonna do is prime the carb by dribbling fuel into there, and in that case we might have a functioning motorcycle if we actually succeeded in fixing it. I don't have a proper a gas delivery system. So I'm using this. Seems to be working fine. Okay, that's leaking, but I'm not surprised if it's leaking. Now, what I hope to achieve here is a functioning motorcycle. Let's go! Come on, baby. Start. Yeah! 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 He fixed the fucking pipe! Did you hear that? I think it's out of gas now, but it's still good. Okay, it's gonna need some adjustment, but guys, we fixed the bike. Great! Now, I'm gonna call Marcus, tell him what I just did, and I'm gonna give you a bit of a charge because I didn't really have time to probably charge up the battery last time. I'm gonna eat something and then we'll be back with some tuning.